Title: She Asked Me to Pretend We Never Met. I knew her, the second I saw her, even before she looked at me, even before she smiled. I knew. And that was the problem, because when our eyes met, she froze. Just for a second, but I saw it. That flash of recognition, that moment where everything almost broke. Then, she smiled. Polite, distant, like we were strangers. "Hi," she said, like we had never met before. My chest tightened. "Hey," I replied slowly, trying to read her face, trying to understand what was happening, because 2 weeks ago, she was in my apartment, laughing, sitting cross-legged on my couch, telling me things no stranger should ever hear. And now, she was acting like I didn't exist. It happened at a cafe. Crowded, loud, people everywhere. Maybe that's why she chose it, or maybe that's why she needed it. She stood at the counter when I walked in, ordering something. Her voice? Soft. Familiar. Too familiar. I stepped closer. Close enough to hear. Close enough to be sure. It was her. She turned, saw me, and that's when everything changed. That moment, that pause, that flicker in her eyes. Then gone, replaced with something else. Control. Perfect control. "Hi," she said, like I was just another person in line. I stared at her. "You don't remember me?" I asked. She tilted her head slightly, a small, confused smile. "Should I?" My stomach dropped. "No, I mean—" I stopped. Because the way she looked at me, it wasn't fake. Or maybe it was. But it was good. Too good. I shook my head. "Sorry, my mistake." She smiled again. Easy mistake. Then she took her coffee, walked past me, and didn't look back. I should have left it alone, I know that, but I couldn't, because something about it felt wrong. Not awkward, not embarrassing, wrong. So I followed her, not in a creepy way, just kept my distance. Watched. She walked down the street, calm, normal, like nothing had happened. Like we had never spent hours talking. Like she had never told me about her nightmares, about the feeling that someone was always watching her, about how she couldn't trust her own memory anymore. I remembered that part clearly. Too clearly. She stopped at a corner, checked her phone. Then she spoke, without turning around. "Don't follow me." I froze. "I'm not." "Yes, you are," she said quietly, still not looking at me. My heart started racing. She turned slowly, and for the first time, the smile was gone. Completely gone. "What are you doing?" she asked. I thought you recognized me." She stepped closer, her eyes sharp now, focused, intense. "I do," she said. My breath caught. "Then why are you—" "Because I need you to pretend we never met." The words hit me like a punch. "What?" She glanced around, quick, nervous, then grabbed my arm, pulled me slightly to the side, out of the main crowd. Her grip was tight, too tight. "Listen to me," she said, her voice low, urgent. "You can't talk to me. You can't approach me. You can't even look at me if we cross paths again." I stared at her, confused. "Why?" She shook her head. "I don't have time to explain." "Then try." Her expression shifted. For a second, just a second, I saw fear. Real fear. "They're watching," she whispered. My stomach dropped. "Who?"
She hesitated. Then, I don't know. That didn't help. At all. What do you mean you don't? They see everything, she cut in. Every conversation, every interaction. I frowned. That's not possible. She leaned closer. So close I could feel her breath. That's what I thought too. My pulse quickened. Then what changed? She looked at me, directly. No one remembers them. A chill ran down my spine. What? She stepped back, releasing my arm. You have to trust me, she said. Pretend we never met. Then she turned and walked away. Fast. This time, she didn't stop. I stood there, trying to process everything. It didn't make sense. None of it. They're watching. No one remembers them. It sounded insane, completely insane. But the way she said it, the way she looked, that wasn't fake. That wasn't acting. That was fear. And real fear doesn't lie. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. About her. About what she said. About how she changed the moment she saw me. I sat in my apartment, scrolling through my phone, looking for anything. Messages, photos, proof that she was real, that I didn't imagine everything. And I found it. Pictures of us, together, at my place, smiling, talking, real, undeniable. Relief washed over me. Until my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I froze, then opened it. A message. Delete the photos. My heart started pounding. I typed back. Who is this? No response. Just another message. You weren't supposed to remember her. My hands went cold. I looked at the photos again, then back at the message. What does that even mean? Another message appeared. You need to let her go. No, I whispered. This wasn't right. This wasn't normal. I stood up, walked to the window, looked outside. Nothing. Just the street. Cars passing. People walking. Normal. Everything looked normal. Then, my phone buzzed again. They're closer than you think. I felt a chill run down my spine. Slowly, I turned around, scanning my apartment, every corner, every shadow. Nothing. But now, it didn't feel empty anymore. The next day, I went back to the cafe. I had to, needed answers, needed to see her again. She wasn't there. Of course she wasn't. I waited, an hour, 2 hours. Nothing. Then, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I opened it. You didn't listen. My chest tightened. Where is she? I typed. A pause. Then, she listened. My heart skipped. What does that mean? No reply. Just silence. Heavy. Then one last message. You won't see her again. I felt something drop inside me. No. That's not possible. I looked around, desperate, searching, but she was gone. Completely. Like she never existed. That night, I checked my phone again. The photos. Gone. Every single one. Deleted. No trace. No backup. Nothing. My breathing got heavier. No. No, no, no. I checked messages. Gone. Call logs. Gone. Everything. Gone. Like she was erased. Completely. From my life. From my memory. From reality. My phone buzzed one last time. Unknown number. I didn't want to open it.